found that the games I've been playing lately have been much more varied than usual, so I thought I'd make a video talking about them, because some of these are not going to get dedicated videos, and I may as well talk about them in some way, and give them random arbitrary ratings. So, yeah, here we go, we're already in the video.
When I popped off, then you go gave me just a little bit of hot chop.
After the Fall is a VR horde shooter in a similar vein to Left 4 Dead, but this time it's in VR. The game loop is finishing the campaign and going through each level over and over again until you get every weapon upgrade, and then just do it again but harder. Yeah, there's not much, and my only complaint is the lack of stuff to do, but it's all pretty much infinitely replayable, so it's fine. And the replaying is fine because the game feels amazing. Game feel is easier to achieve in regular video games, but is hard to get in VR without being extremely limiting. This game gets it pretty much perfect. Magazines are quite floaty, so you can throw them up in the air and then hit them with your gun to lock them into place. And the guns have slide locks. This game even has 2 ways to reload. The easy way and the fun way. And the fun way gives you bonus damage, so always use the fun way. This game can be played alone with bots, but it's better if you play with friends who also have the game. Still fun though. Overall, I rate this game a walker out of a Minecraft zombie. Gee, I wonder what this game is about. At first glance, Monster Hunter World is about killing monsters. But not actually. It's a game about choice. For starters, there's 14 weapon types, all with differing playstyles, mechanics, and strategies. For example, the hunting horn is a hammer that got DBZ fusioned with Rock Band, because we all needed that in our lives. The longsword is Slow Virgil, and the insect glaive lets you fly around your prey like a cracked up spider monkey. On top of that, each weapon has an upgrade tree dedicated to each monster and or element. These elements range from fire and ice, you know, things you'd expect, to sleep, dragon, and blast element. There's also an armor set for each monster, and high tier variants for when you get far enough in the game. And every monster hunt gives you 2 ways to deal with them. Either killing them or capturing them. Captures always give more materials, but also take a bit more preparation. And really, the only logical explanation for this is that they are disassembled like a crab factory. This game also handles progression quite cleverly. Instead of most RPGs where your progression is shown by an arbitrary number going up with every fight, you actually make your progression happen by upgrading your equipment by killing more monsters. Now, this game isn't for everyone. For example, I love this game, but I can tell you that Anna doesn't. Ain't that right?
Yeah, the shit sucks.
And I may like the game, but I don't like every weapon. I don't like the gun lance, for example, because it's so damn slow and like barely has anything you can do. If you have a PS5, you get the game with the PS Plus expansion thing, so there's no real risk in trying. And if you're like me and like the game, just get Iceborne. It doubles the content, it's just more of the same. I rate this game a 9 out of 10 binguses.
This is Mambo number 5.
This game is better than Beat Saber. The best way I can describe this game is that this is what John Wick sees. It is a rhythm on-rail shooter. This game also feels way cooler, where Pulsed Cane makes you feel in tune with the music, and also focuses on having a wide variety of genres to try and get everyone. Christ, they got Deceased Rodent in the game. Pistol Whip is 90% electronic music of different vibes, where the exceptions are the 2 campaigns, one consisting of synthwave, the other one modern cowboy music. Sorry, Thud Rod, you may have Dynamite by BTS featuring Korean Gremlins, but Pistol Whip has Shortchange Hero by The Heavy in a western shootout. There's really no contest in that, if I'm honest. There's also more ways to play this game. Beat Saber has 5 modes you can play songs in, not all songs supporting every mode. In Pistol Whip, every song is supported with every modifier and every playstyle. Another thing Pistol Whip does better is its campaigns. Thump Rapier has a campaign, but it's made for people who've never seen a VR headset before. For the expert gamers among us, it's boring. The campaigns in Pistol Whip, however, actually have difficulty options for everything, and are 2 short, self-contained stories. I won't spoil them because I didn't pay much attention to the stories themselves, but the music is good. This game also has contracts. These are challenges that every player is given that rotate on whatever time they have set. So you have your daily challenges, your weekly challenges, and your monthly challenges. These will consist of 1 or multiple songs in a row, modifiers, and weapon presets, so there's always another way to just try and flex on your friends. This game is great, and further proof we need time crisis in VR. I rate this game a John Wick 2 out of Hardcore Henry. Bullets Per Minute is another rhythm game shooter, but this time with a much different style. Rather than John Wick vision, this game follows Norse mythology and is a roguelike. Can't wait for the game about Norse witchcraft. This game has a much bigger focus on sticking to the rhythm. Everything is in time. Your shots, your reloads, your jumps, your dashes, your spells, enemy attacks and their sound effects. Everything with bosses is also on this rhythm. The whole game revolves around it working like this. And speaking of that music, God, it goes hard. Every song is amazing, including the shop themes. Every song is also easily identifiable and helps you track your progress throughout the game. And the fact that you can tell the songs apart is a miracle because every song is the same tempo. Seriously. I counted. There's also a bunch of musical tomfoolery tricks, like the shop melodies being the same with different instrumentations. Only other time I've seen this is the meme maker on the 3DS. Don't get me started on the different characters, secrets, and dumb stuff you can get if you're lucky enough. Just play the game. I rated a Guitar Hero out of an Orsu, otherwise what I call an 11 out of 3.
That was just a bunch of cheap walk cycles!
Disclaimer. I couldn't bring myself to play this game any more than I did for this video, so anywhere where I feel like the video doesn't change enough visually, I'm just gonna throw in ESM gifs from Discord or videos of cats. I don't know, I don't like this. So fun fact, not only was I not gonna cover this, for a reason you will find out soon, but the first week or so this game has been out in the UK, I couldn't open it, and a lot of other people couldn't open it either. It would consistently freeze at the same point while loading up. I don't know if it's still an issue, because it works for me now. I bring this up because it was a common issue in the beta. In fact, it was such an old issue, it was an issue in January. This issue is 6 months old. Yeah, there's reports on the Oculus forums of multiple people having this issue back in January, and it was never fixed. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I think that is abysmal, considering how much this game has been hyped up and how much Meta's been pushing it. So that's another thing they screwed up. And was it worth waiting through those loading screens and the hype? No. It's another virtual hangout thing with user-generated content like Roblox, which is also coming to Quest anyway. Rec Room and VR Chat. They've tried to get a weird middle ground of the complexity of Roblox and the intuitiveness of Rec Room by effectively just making dreams. But notice how I said tried. Where Dreams creation tools are stupidly in-depth, despite their simplicity, and Rec Room's creation tools are intuitive because you don't have to make something massive with them. But Worlds is just boring and overly corporate. There's no sculpting tool, so everything ends up looking like it's made out of the exact same parts, and you know you screwed up when it looks more amateur than Roblox. And the social aspects, it's dull. It's extremely dull. There's none of that unchained chaos of VR chat. And you can't even laugh at children screaming like Rec Room, because children aren't allowed to play this game. And even then, there's nothing that fun to do. It's just standard, it's mostly just standard shooters. Even Rec Room knows to have variation. Overall, it just feels dull and overly corporate. Sure, you can try it, it's free, but even then I don't think it's worth it. I still want money back from playing this. I rated a bin Weevils out of a Club Penguin. Blatant Sorcery is a fantasy asterisk physics-based melee combat game. This is one of those VR games you'll see on TikTok or YouTube Shorts all the time because of how people mod it, but I'm okay with that since this is probably one of those landmark VR titles that everyone needs to play at some point. It's one of the only VR games to have actual realistic combat with physics. Semi-realistic combat as in swords hit each other and can be used to block. Yeah, you, Bethesda. Swords deflect each other, you can block spells, hit arrows, and throw stuff. You can also lift your enemies off the ground and force choke them and then yeet them out of the arena. No, this isn't a joke. One of the reasons that most people will have hated this game is its modding. Oh boy, the modding. This is where you're gonna get most of your mileage out of this game, because I don't think I've ever played a game that lets me hold a tiny Saul Goodman and throw it into someone's face, killing them instantly. Currently, this game is mostly just screwing around in Sandbox with mods, because there isn't an actual progression mode yet. That's coming later this year, along with an outside to the house, a tutorial. What else is here? NPCs throwing rocks. That's kind of cool. More customization, yeah, boy! I rated 86 out of a Skyrim. There's a bunch of other stuff I want to talk about now because I couldn't make full segments on them, but still want to mention. Stride's another good VR game. It's another game that's going to make you sweat bullets, but it goes well with Grass Skirt Chase, so it's fine. House Flipper VR shouldn't be fun because it's just housework of the game. I may start doing TikTok again with King Spray and maybe House Flipper. I enjoy it, it's easy editing, and somehow King Spray got me to 500 followers. Happy late Pride Month, fellow queers, assuming I could finish this video on time. Yeah, that's all I've got now. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe or I'll stab you with a Wiimote knife.